Hi everybody, this is Bonnie from Bonnie's Creative Place, and today we are going to be making this card right here. I came up with this idea. I just thought it would be really cute to put the vellum through the window, and I'm going to show you how to do that. We are also going to be making this card at my workshop on Friday and Saturday. So if you're local and you have not signed up for my workshop, there's still time. You just have to RSVP, go over to my blog and click on the events and go over there and RSVP, so I will have a kit ready for you. So let's get started on how I made this card. So the first thing we're going to do is we need a base card. And the base card is 8.5 by 5.5, and we're going to score it at 4 1/4. I just want to get this in here where you guys can see what I'm doing. Okay, so we're going to take this and we're going to score it at 4 1/4. Get that cut one out of the way. The light gray, this light gray is the 4 1/4. So we're going to score that. Now, on this end, this very end, the same thing, we're going to take it and we're going to put it in, and we're going to cut off 1 1/4. Let me just double check my directions that I did here. No, I fibbed. We're going to cut off 1 1/2 inches. So we're going to take this over to the 1.5 inch mark, and we're going to cut off 1 1/2 inches. So we're going to cut that much off. We're going to set this piece aside. That's our card. We'll bring this piece back in, and we're going to line it up at the 1 1/4 inch mark. Okay, and then we're going to cut again. Okay, now we're going to keep this little piece, the small thin piece. This piece here, you're not going to need it. You could set it aside. So that's all the cutting we got to do. Okay. Now we're going to bring this piece back in, and I've gone ahead and I cut a piece of vellum, and the vellum is 1 1/2 inch wide. Now I'm going to be using my grid paper here. I want you to line this up on the grid paper. Here, let me see where you can get it in the camera better. I want to line it up on the grid paper, or whatever that you have that you can measure 1/4 inch on either side of it. And you're going to get some liquid adhesive. I'm using the liquid Tombow adhesive. I don't want that one. Get a lot of this. Very little goes a long way. And this is why I'm using the grid paper, is because you can squeeze. You could put this, now see, this really wants to squirt out here. Wow. Okay, let me see what I can use. You're going to take, and you're going to just take the other piece that you have, and you're going to line it up right over top of that. Now, I should have told you, I don't know if I did. I want to make sure I told you. This is 1 1/2 inch wide by 5.5 inches long. So we're going to do that with that piece, and then we're going to line it back up again, because now we're going to put this piece on this side. There we go. You just want a very little bit, and actually I think that's too much. My glue is just really pouring out. So then you're going to put your glue on there, and then we're going to take this piece and we're going to line it up with the 1/4 inch mark and line it up right to the edge, and then just kind of smooth them down. Make sure they're good smooth. This one's going to want to try to warp a little, so that's where a bone folder comes in, and just give it a good crisp push. Okay, and then I do the same thing on the back side. I just give it a good push, just to smooth out any bumps or whatever. Make sure your paper is all down good. And then we're just going to fold our paper in half, which should line right up if you did everything right. And if not, it's okay, because you want to know what? It's a homemade card. So just reinforcing this very well so it lays down nice and flat. And there. So now the next thing I did was I took a piece of polka dotted, this is paper is retired, but I took a piece of polka dotted Daffodil Delight paper, and I just put this here. But any Delight paper, any type of paper, any paper will work here. I just went with this one, and I just gonna put a little bit of adhesive on here, and we're just kind of placing this center, not like right there. So right there. I think that looks good. Then I went ahead and I used the circle layering framelits. Layering oval framelit dies. I used this, and I used the two largest dies. The largest one in the scalp and the largest one in the circle. Or second largest one in the circle. So they will layer like this. But first we got a stamp on this one. So we're going to take this right here, and we're going to bring in the stamp. The stamp set is called, I just had it here. I'll get that here. Oh, is Your Inspiring. This is a stamp set. It's called Your Inspiring. I just absolutely love this stamp set. Ink it up good. Normally I would stamp this and then cut it out, but I just wanted to make the video go a little faster, so I did it ahead of time. I don't know if that was on. I'm just going to double check that there. Okay. So I wanted to make sure. So here I go, and hopefully everything will be on the page. Just press it. I'm not pressing hard. I'm just pressing it to absorb all the ink into the paper. There we go. Then we're going to keep, while we're stamping, we're going to bring in our other piece here. And what I did was I took a ruler and a pencil, and I measured in 1.5 inches because, or actually I want to do 1.25 inches because it doesn't, 1.25 inches. And then I put a little tick mark here, and then I did the same thing up here. I measured 1.25 inches, and I put a little tick mark up here. Now, it doesn't have to be perfect, but, and then I'm running very lightly. I'm lining up the ruler on my 2 dots very, very lightly. I'm drawing a line. We're going to erase this line when we're done. It's so late, I don't even know if it's picking it up on the camera. So now I can turn the cardstock this way, and I'm going to stamp up the other flowers that are in that set, the bundle flowers, and I'm going to lay this down. The thing is I don't want the top of this, oh, I got some, I don't want the top of this to be past that line. So that's why I drew that line. So I got to get in here a little bit. I mean, if it goes past it, it's not like the end of the world. It's okay. There we go. And I might have room for just a little tiny piece on the end. We'll try. Maybe not. It doesn't have to go there, but I feel like it could use one more. Little tiny, not even hardly any on the page. So see how I did that? So that's what I did. And then when you close it and after you color it, they're all going to show through there. Isn't that going to be cool? I think it's going to be really pretty. And then while I have the ink and the stamps and everything, in the same set, there's a stamp that says Happy Birthday. I'm going to use that one. And then, or there's even the one that says Happy Easter. This would be an awesome Easter card. So I'm going to stamp that there, and we'll be punching that out in a little bit. Okay, so now we get to color. And I'll probably fast forward through a lot of this because I don't think you want to sit here and watch me color all these cards. So, but I will. So I'm using the blend pens, and I'm using the colors Old Olive, light and dark, and I'm using Daffodil Delight, light and dark. Now they have two tips. They have a brush tip and a regular tip. And I like to use the regular tip, but every now and then I do use the brush tip. So we will get started. Okay, and that is how we do the coloring. And now we're going to come back in and take our pencil, and we're going to erase this light line that we put in there so that no one will be the wiser as to what that is. Looks like I got a little ink there. Okay, so there we go. And there's our card. And now when you see it through the vellum. Isn't that cool? I just really love how this card came out. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to add this to the circle, or to the scalloped oval. So go like this. Just add this right on here, just like so. And then I'm just going to put some snail in the back. And I'm just going to add this right here, just like that. And then we're bringing in the stamped punch. And I'm using the classic, I think it's called classic label punch. I always forget the name of this, but I'm pretty sure it was called classic. I'll make sure that it's on the what it's called. And then I cut out another one in black. And then I took my scissors and I cut off the little points on this. Just to, I got this one a little crooked. Okay. And then I'm going to put some adhesive on the back of this, and then I'm going to try and center it on this paper the best I can. It'll be the same width as the black, but it'll just have like black points showing instead of it being white, just to give it a little bit of something. And then I took mini dimensionals and I put a couple on here, I think like 3. Okay. I peeled off the little tops. If I can get that one. And then I am going to put this right down here on the bottom of my card. So this is what it looks like. And this is the card. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And I hope you guys will try it. And if you do try it, leave me a photo down over in my blog. I have a blog post of this up there. And check it out and give me the thumbs up and like and share my video. And thanks for stopping by, everybody, and choosing me to be your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. Bye-bye.